Hey, fourth grade All-Stars. So today we're going to be looking at 5-5 division as sharing. In this lesson, we're going to be using base 10 block pictorial representations to solve some more complex division problems than we've been doing in this topic. So first, let's look at a review of some key concepts and vocabulary. So if we had the problem 238 divided by 2, 238 divided by 2. If we had this equation, we have to understand which number is the divisor, which number is the dividend. So the larger number is always going to be the dividend. This is the number that we are splitting equally into groups. And the divisor, the smaller number, is the number of groups that we are going to have. And then the last concept you need to know is the answer is called the quotient. The quotient. So let's look at 238 divided by 2 using the strategy that we're going to practice today. Now I will preface this, I will tell you ahead of time that this lesson is going to teach you a strategy that's not very efficient. And we always talk about efficiency in mathematics as being really important because you don't want to spend a lot of time on a problem just to get it wrong. Sorry, I've got my board stuck on my sticky notes here. Okay, so 238 divided by 2. Let's start with first creating base 10 blocks for my dividend. So if you remember, the larger number is the dividend. Let's make base 10 blocks for that. So we know the flats are my hundreds, so that's 100, 200. My rods are my tens, so I need 3 tens or 30, 10, 20, 30, and then my cubes are my ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So not only is it important to organize your base 10 block representations nicely, like you see I did my rows for my rods or my tens, I grouped my ones or my cubes into groups of 4, and then my 200 flats. That helps you be accurate, but in this problem and in this method, you're going to be doing some unbundling. And what I mean by that is you may take one of these tens and you may add 10 to this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if you're going to do that, you need to make sure that you're careful, attending to precision, and being able to easily do that without making a mistake. So here's 238 as a pictorial representation. So now let's talk about what we're going to do. This problem is saying 238 divided by 2. Remember, 2 is my divisor. I'm going to keep drilling this into you. And that's telling me how many groups I need to split this into. So I'm going to just split this into 2 groups, this number right here that's being represented. So here's group 1, here's group 2. Okay, that's my 2 divisor. The quotient will be how many each group gets. So the answer to my division problem, the quotient is how many each gets. Today, you're going to see it this way, and then you're also going to see the answer or the groups, the equal groups, and you're going to have to figure out the actual multiplication equation. So you're going to have to work backwards. We're going to show you this way, and I'm going to show you the backwards way. So let's start first. If we're doing this method, we're going to start with my hundreds. So I have hundreds. I have 2 of them. 1, 2, that's easily split. So I'm going to split those hundreds into each of my divisor. Now you can X them out, you can erase them, you can do whichever way works best for you. For me, I'm just going to put an X so I know that I use them. Now let's look at my tens. Well, I have 3 tens or 30. If I put 1 here, that's 10, that's 20. I can't put another one in group 1 because I don't have an equal amount to split into group 2. So we've used 2 of the 10s. So I'm going to cross those out. That means I have a 10 and I have 4 ones for each of them, right? Because 8, because I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But before I do that, let's unbundle this 10. So I'm going to unbundle this. So I'm going to, for sake of this lesson, just erase it. But really it's, we could put the X there to be consistent. But that is 10. So let's add 10 to this. So we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have now how many total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I have 18 that I have to split into two groups. Well, I'm a pretty smart guy, and I know mentally that 8, 9, if there's 18, 9 times 2 is 18. So I could put 9 in each one, right? So I would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm just going to erase for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if you look at this and I counted this all up total, I should have my dividend 238 just to check my work. 100, 200, 210, 220, 221, 222, 223, 224, 225, 226, 227, 228, 229, 230, 231, 232, 233, 234, 235, 236, 237, 238. So I definitely have checked my work. I have 238 split evenly into two groups. So what is my quotient? 110, right? 100, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 119. How can I check my work? How can I check my work? I could check my work by multiplying 119 times 2. Do the turnaround fact. 119 times 2 should equal 238. For the sake of time, I'm going to tell you it does equal 238. I proved it right here because there's 119 and 119. All right, let's look at the opposite type problems that I mentioned. So you're going to see some of the problems that in today's lesson, they're going to give you a question like this one. They're going to give you three groups, three ovals like that, and in each oval they're going to put an equal number of base 10 blocks. And they're going to ask you to tell them the multiplication sentence. I'm sorry, the division sentence. So you're going to have something divided by something equals something. And sometimes they give you the numbers, maybe one or two. Other times they don't. So let's think about what we know about the division equation. Which one is the dividend? Which one is the divisor? Which one is the quotient? So the first number should always be the dividend. The second number should be the divisor. And the answer, the last number, is the quotient. So thinking of what we know about division, I like to start first of all with the easy part, the divisor. How many groups to split into? 1, 2, 3. So we know our divisor is 3. The next thing we need to know is how many total items did you have? That's the dividend. How many total numbers, items, whatever you want to call it, did you have that you split into three equal groups? So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72. We had 72. And then if we take 72 and we split them into three equal groups, how many are in each group? That's the quotient. 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24. The situation that was shown here was 72 divided by 3 equals 24. So mathematicians today, make sure you really think about attending to precision, being accurate, checking your work. Also remember your vocabulary, dividend, divisor, and quotient. It'll go a long way with this lesson.